Number one, you want to help your hitters get better? Then incorporate the SAID principle, specific adaptations, imposed demands. Do I still use pitching machines? Yes. But the bulk of our hitting training is done off of a live pitcher, pitching with the full windup or from the stretch position. An intricate reason why I pitch from the full windup or from the stretch position is to teach the hitter the visual pattern that they must interpret while they play a real baseball game. It's from these realistic pitching patterns that the hitter learns how to time his eyes to get to the right place at the right time. And here you see MJ explain to the group how he worked on timing his eyes to the right place at the right time. Speed, space, and depth. That's what you got to do as a batter. Speed, space, and depth fall into a hidden category that no one hardly talks about. It's called hitting perception. Every elite hitter has large amounts of hitting perception, but they can't explain it. Most of the time, they can't put into words, they can't articulate how their brain processes a moving object. For most elite hitters, they just presume everyone has the same level of perception that they do. And the reality is, the common hitter or mediocre hitter is operating with lower levels of hitting perception. In other words, they think too slow. It takes them too long to judge a moving object. And for the most part, our hitting community ignores this. And yet this is the essential key for successful hitting. These hitting clips are from our visit to Mesa, Arizona. Matt Emmons is our event coordinator. Matt is a chiropractor. Matt is a person who thinks out of the box. He's an inventor. He's a researcher. Matt is a forward thinker. Look, if you're trying to separate yourself from the rest of the pack, you can't do what the rest of the pack is doing. There are so many angles to improve hitting perception. And if you haven't already heard it, let me be the first one to tell you. No one gets better at hitting until they improve their hitting perception. And what would you rather be? The hitter who bumps into it from time to time and modestly hits better and then all of a sudden it fades away? Or do you want to be the hitter who directly and specifically works on hitting perception ideas and concepts and knows how during the middle of an at-bat to make adjustments to fix your hitting perception? A big part of hitting perception I mentioned in the front of this video, and it's how to time your eyes to the right place at the right time. You're watching me demonstrate to the hitter one technique hitters use to watch a pitcher, and it's from a gaze. While you're in a gaze, your eyes can be resting in one place, but your mind is somewhere else. Elite athletes have their minds on two or more spaces at one time. How you watch the pitcher will influence your hitting perception. My research with elite hitters has come up with 8 variations how elite hitters commonly watch the pitcher. There's no wrong way, but there's always a better way. If you never studied this, then you wouldn't know what other options there are for you, and maybe there's another option that's better for you and you don't even know about it. And it's because our baseball and softball communities don't value this. They don't take the time to research hitting perception. Dude, you're standing at home plate with a bat in your hands. What tells your body where to swing the bat? Your brain does. The brain tells the body where to swing the bat. How does the brain do that? Well, the brain is using an instrument called the eyes. The eyes become like a camera for the brain, and how the brain interprets the image it sees will have an influence on how you swing the bat. And wait, the brain has even more influences. How about our hitting culture that tells the players constantly, swing hard, be violent to the ball, do some damage? Well, guess what? That philosophy commonly teaches hitters to be disconnected with the flight path of the ball. Watch what I do with this hitter. I said, pretend this is a soccer ball and stop it with your foot. Watch his face, watch his eyes. Watch how this hitter reads the path the ball is traveling on. His brain is a tick ahead of the ball. Now watch when I do it. I do it like a player who just wants to smash the ball. I'm not calculating where the ball is going to be when I need to meet it. But after explaining to the batter to use the same dynamic skill you use in soccer to read where an object's coming from and where it's going to, you'll hit a lot better. Become fixated with the ball's speed, space, and the depth the ball's traveling through. Look, I've been studying hitting perception for decades. No matter what level you're at, Major League Baseball, minor league baseball, collegiate baseball, youth baseball, I'm here to help you, and you really need this. People ask me often, what's that box you always use, Dave, in your videos? The purpose of the box is to outline space. I'm pointing out to the players something that I knew as a batter, something that my son was taught, and something that sports science has validated over decades ago. When you're hitting really good, you don't see the ball out of the pitcher's hand. You see the ball in front of the pitcher. And the key is how much in front. And this is where the brain comes in, because the brain has to control the eye, and the eye works like a camera. It's zoomed out and then has to zoom in. A true athletic task is to time the eye to the right location that you will see the ball in. And this is the whole key to the pitcher's common denominator. The pitcher's common denominator is the signal. It's an indicator. Hey, get into position at the right depth at the right time. Another element that has a direct effect on your hitting perception is your swing deceleration pattern. In what design do you slow the bat down? The swing deceleration pattern has an influence on the bat path. It influences your swing mechanics, and it also influences your brain. It helps you to stay away from gorilla mode, bat rage, or simply stated, overswinging. I've studied and researched 9 common ways elite hitters decelerate their bat. What's the best pattern for you? What swing deceleration pattern best complements your athletic disposition? I want to help you, no matter what level you play at. Major League Baseball, minor league baseball, collegiate baseball, youth baseball. Using the concepts, using the elements that are found inside the folder called hitting perception is going to help you to think faster than the ball is moving. What value is bat speed if your brain is taking too long to process a pitch? What value is having bat speed if you can't judge a ball? The motor, the engine that's going to make you a successful hitter is explained in the chapter that's called Hitting Perception. I'm Dave Kirilloff, and I want to help you. Get our online hitting course at thelanguageofhitting.com. And invite me to come to your hometown to work with your son, your daughter, or even your whole team. Or come visit us at our home facility in Anna, Texas.